here we go. Second pro fight of the evening. With Mark the Striker Balaba in the red corner versus Julius Alipato in the blue corner. Both fighters finding their range, not connecting yet. But both look very eager. They look like they're looking for the range, but at the same time looking for the knockout.
At this level, your
look at that
knockout
knockout.
can
Look at that
come
leg
from
kick.
anywhere.
Exactly. There's a lot of force behind all those. They're like, they're throwing everything they got into those attacks.
Ito din yung maganda na nakakalabas tayo sa Manila and we're exposed to these kinds of
That
fighters.
was a strong
That was a
leg
very nice leg kick by Mark, the striker,
Balaba.
living up to his name.
But let's see if Julius lives up to his, which is
Unpredictable, yes. Sometimes these monikers these fighters might give you a little bit of insight into what they bring.
Yeah, and their fighting style.
Both fighters
Just
look
got
very,
fun.
very unorthodox though.
Yeah.
You see a lot of like kicks, a lot of hard kicks being thrown. Nice spinning back kick. Gets tangled up in the clinch. Crew Noriel being very, very vigilant with these clinches. Anytime he sees that the action is stalling, quickly separates both fighters.
Mark trying to go for that low kick, but and then he fakes high. You hear his corner clapping because it kind of worked, but it was partially blocked by Alipato.
Much more measured fight compared to the earlier fights we've seen.
Yeah.
Not any less hard hitting, but much more technical, much more calculated.
Yeah. You actually see some welting on the lead leg of Balaba. And he landed there on his
Rear end.
rear hand.
Ano ba to? PG-13 ba tayo ito? R18? Hindi tayo na
Not sure.
sabihan eh.
Well, we can say butt, I guess. I think butt is safe.
One thing I noticed though, with both fighters, is that while they're putting in a lot into throwing those leg kicks, there's a little hesitation when they try to follow up with a punch up top. So I don't know if that's them respecting the power of the opponent, but that's one thing in common I see across both fighters. It seems like after that kick they want to throw a punch, but there's some hesitation midway through.
And then they fall short because obviously, your legs are longer than your hands, so it doesn't really reach.
It is worth noting though, and again, credits to our matchmakers, that these guys are more or less like built similarly, both very tall, lanky fighters.
And we begin round 2, the second bout. Nice counter.
Going back to a
They
lot
are
of
slug. Now it's a slugfest now.
All right.
They just turned
It's a slugfest.
into a slugfest. Okay, and now they go back to being calculated. You see, Mark as a slightly taller fighter with a slightly longer reach, but a little bit more lankier, so he should utilize his distance. But you see him as being the aggressor. And you see him pushing forward and throwing those leg kicks. There you go. Alipato got caught with that straight, stiff jab.
See, that's a hesitation. He got caught hesitating there. Ooh, nice right hand by Mark.
And you can't hesitate, too.
Some switching of stance, alternating from orthodox to southpaw.
Mark hesitating
is
with that
what-
roundhouse, yeah.
This is Julius in the blue corner, now in the southpaw stance.
Yes.
And as we mentioned earlier, anytime that you have an orthodox and a southpaw stance, as he goes back to the orthodox stance, that leaves the opening, the inside part of your legs open. That hurts a lot more. See?
Oh,
I don't know. Oh,
okay.
Mark's
Basically,
calling for injury time.
okay.
I'm not sure what happened there. That could have been from switching. That they could have inadvertently
Actually,
had a.
no, actually, it was an oblique kick. It was an oblique kick where the knee tends to kind of go the other direction. And Mark looks like he's in excruciating pain right now. Like he can't move his knee.
If this was from.
You can see him.
If this
Oh,
was
I don't
from a
think he
legal
can-
blow, though, this might be a knockout.
I don't think he
called
can
for-
continue. I don't think he can continue.
What happened? What happened?
And you see Crew Noriel, referee Crew Noriel, Isho calling in the medical team.
It could be a pop knee. I can see his corner holding on to his knee.
Yeah, and he is in pain. He can't, he's just,
It takes a lot for these guys to,
Yeah.
just wanna. You've seen the fighters and like how
And-
much damage they can take. For him to actually be in excruciating pain like that, that's not a good sign.
He looks like he's in agony, and imagine, he still has adrenaline in his system. And normally adrenaline keeps it down. But for him to feel that pain through all that adrenaline, then
They're icing it though, and they're able to bend it, so it might be a good sign it's not broken.
see, in MMA, that's legal. In MMA, you see John Jones doing that kick a lot, which is called an oblique kick, where you kind of use your rear leg to punch the knee. Now, in Muay Thai rules, it's not completely legal to do that, I believe. So we'll find out what the referee says.
Yeah, he hasn't technically called for
Okay.
the win, but it looks like though. Oh,
Okay.
it's a
You
point.
see,
point
you see
deduction.
Crew Noriel deducting a point from Alipato. So there, I guess that answers our question. It's not legal.
To the judges' scorecards. At 1 minute and 43 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner by a technical decision, winner by points, Mark Balaba.